I am your host, Fat Dag, and you're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Twitter, Instagram at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations, and I'll include them as part of the show. Before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 47 of Wise Advice. And I want to say I'm continued to be blown away by your support, and I really appreciate it. This episode 47, when it releases, will top the 100,000 download mark in less than 2 months on the air. And so that really it confuses me in a lot of ways, but it makes me so happy to see that you guys continue to share this. You talk about it, you tag me all over the place so that other people can find it. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to reach a bigger community so that more people can stay focused on their journey. And the more people who stay focused on this journey, the more people who succeed, and the better we all are together. So I really thank you for sharing it. I thank you for listening, and I'm honored to be your wingman, as I said, as we walk together to get this done. And I'll open the show with Barbara. Barbara's email is a good one. It says, hello, Mike. Well, needless to say, I never thought I'd be in this position again, but here I sit with an 18.6 pound gain. What is wrong with me? I said I would never do this again, but here I am. When I started putting on a pound here and there, I stopped going to the weekly meetings. So embarrassed, I felt like such a failure. With every pound that came back on, I felt more miserable than I did the pound before. I'm quite aware of one of my issues, and I've done so well on Points Plus. I had so much success that at the end of my journey, everything changes. Everything that helped me be successful on the program doubled in points, if not more. I guess I would say that's what started my downhill spiral. I just couldn't wrap my mind around the smart points. It made me feel deprived, like I was on a diet, like I felt like I couldn't still enjoy the things I did on Points Plus, the things that helped me stay on the program and within my points. I couldn't figure out how to do smart points and enjoy it like I did with Points Plus. April 1st, I moved too far away to go to the meeting that I used to go to. Where I live now, it's very rural, and the closest meeting is about 25 miles away in one direction, 50 miles round trip. But regardless, and not knowing anybody there, I went to the meeting Tuesday evening. I sat in the back, and I hate to say it, but I wasn't very impressed with the style of the leader. In my opinion, she doesn't promote getting to know each other or that camaraderie. She doesn't even do name tags. And how do you get to know people who are all there when the side conversations are going on while the leader is talking? I just wasn't impressed. So then I thought, well, I'll get my support and encouragement on Connect. Well, some of the people that are following me are from prior meeting locations, and they know how much weight I've lost. So back to that feeling embarrassed like a failure, so I haven't used Connect to get support and encouragement. I'm just too embarrassed. I feel like too much of a failure to post anything on Connect. I don't know how to get help and encouragement when I am too embarrassed by it, and I don't know how to get the joy out of smart points like I did with Points Plus. I've been able to listen to 3 or 4 of your podcasts here lately live, and I do appreciate them. Thank you for your time. You're doing a great job, Barbara. Well, Barbara, a couple quick things jump out at me right away. Absolutely, number one is there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It took me 5 times to get this program under my belt, and I'm only now 8 months with any success, with any consistency. So you know, the fact that you think there's something wrong with you is a thought we've got to work on, because this program is hard. This is hard work to get this done, and the fact that you're staying mindful to the process is how you are going to win this program. Second of all, leaders all over the place. They're all over the map, and you know it's probably a common theme I start seeing in a lot of the emails that come in is people don't resonate with their leader. You know, there are millions of people on the planet. There's millions of us trying to lose weight. We're not all going to agree. We're not all going to see eye to eye. We're not all going to work the same thing. There are a bunch of different ways to find success on this program. So what I would encourage you to do is you know, I know you live in a rural area, but seek out other meeting times and locations. Look for a meeting leader that resonates with you. That is going to be your support system, and that's going to be your tribe. and you've got to find that correct group. Now, again, everyone, the thing about the embarrassment piece, we've been there. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. Walking back into the room on my 5th time joining, I was just hoping that it would be a different, I had no idea what leader it would be. I was hoping it would be a different leader when I walked in, because I had no desire to see the leader that I saw before, that I lost 50 pounds with, and then of course gained 60 or so back. I didn't want to walk into that, but I had to get this done. I had to be so strong, and I had to be true to myself that at that point I didn't care. I didn't care about any of the embarrassment. I focused on me, and I said I want to get it done. You're going to find that your meeting room is incredibly supportive. The folks in the meeting room, they understand exactly what you're going through, and you know why? Because they've gone through it as well. So the fact that they're still in there means they're engaged in the process as well. They want to work with you. They want to be in that meeting environment to build that teamwork. And so you absolutely have support in the meeting room. Everything that got you to success doubled in points when you went to Smart Points, because what we realized was the Points Plus program, though it allowed you to lose weight, it was very difficult to build the healthy lifestyle that was going to continue you down the path for a successful life forever. So the Smart Points being higher in sugar is going to make it higher in points. That's going to teach us to make healthier choices and make better choices. So there will be an adjustment period for you, for sure, to go from Points Plus to Smart Points, but it's worth it. Because at Smart Points, you're going to be able to stay on the plan longer, because you're breaking the addiction to sugar that gets you in trouble and gets me in trouble, that gets all of us in trouble all the time in the journey. We've got to solve that. Now, one thing I can tell you, too, about that embarrassment is the embarrassment goes away a lot quicker than you believe it does. And so I felt it. I know exactly what you're feeling. I know what you're experiencing. When you get to your 5% loss, it slowly goes away. When you get to 10%, it goes away. So one of the things you've got to do is, if you want to truly change your life and you want to truly beat that embarrassment, stick with the program. Find the friends in your meeting room. Find the friends on Connect. We've all been there. You've got to reach out for support. You can't do this alone, nor should you do it alone. Find the group of people who help you, who want to help you, who want to be there for you. And when you lose 5% and when you lose 10%, they're going to be cheering along with you. And that's when the embarrassment goes away. So I want you to change your mindset. I really do. Because the mind is the most powerful tool we have in this toolbox. I want you to be proud of the fact that you walked into the meeting. I want you to be proud of the fact that you're attempting a new plan. I want you to be proud of the fact that you've embraced Smart Points. I want you to be proud that you're learning something new. I want you to be proud that you're changing your life. I want you to be proud that with Smart Points, you're going to change your life, and you're going to change your life for a much longer term, and you're going to be happy forever. That's what I want you to celebrate, and that's what I want you to focus on. So thanks for your email. Get back into it. You have the ability to get this. If you've been on the plan before, you have success. You know the rules. You know the guideline. You know it works. Just simply stick with it and get it done. So thank you for your email for sure there. Next up, Shauna writes in and says, Hi, Fat Dag. I've been an online-only member since November 27th, and I've lost 18 pounds so far, and I have 22 to go. I still think about finding a meeting, but online is working for me, and Connect has made it possible to have support even as a Lone Ranger. While Weight Watchers has really changed my entire way of looking at weight loss and food, what it has done more than anything else is to change the way I think. This is huge, and something that has not happened with any other attempt to lose weight and keep it off. I know that I will reach goal and be successful at lifetime because my mind has changed. As I begin to focus on what was driving certain behaviors, i.e., why do I eat an entire plate at a restaurant when I know that I'm just going to walk out of there stuffed to the gills and miserable? Why do I go back for seconds when I told myself at the beginning of the meal I would not? What happened is that I started learning about myself, and I was able to objectively look at my choices, my actions, and develop strategies to do it differently. This exercise separated me from the shame. After that, it was easier to change the narrative in my mind, which then made it easier to act in the way that I really wanted to act. The "I'll never get there, I'm losing so slowly" became just make the next right decision. It's only a matter of time. Or you did it again, you did exactly what you said you wouldn't do, no wonder it's taking you so long, became, this is life. And life, it is what it is. So you have to have a bad meal day, weekend, you're okay. Just make the next right decision and keep going. I know what I'm not going to get by, I know that I'm not going to get the goal by being perfect. I'm going to get the goal by showing up and continuing on. I love the attendance goal that you articulate. It really resonates with me. Now, here's the funny thing. Once I started to focus on my mind and not the scale so much and treat myself the way I would treat my dearest friend who was struggling through something rather than my own worst enemy, my weight loss graph went from being a literal roller coaster line graph to a steady loss line graph. I don't think this is coincidence because I really haven't changed the way I work the plan. I spend my points pretty much the same way, eat the same types of food, earn some number of fit points, but my mind changed. The scale followed suit. There may be a correlation between a positive mindset and intuitively making better choices, perhaps. Whatever it is, I do think there is something to getting your mind right that drives success. The scale may only move 1/10 of a pound, but it still moves down steadily, and up until about 2 months ago when I changed my focus, the graph was all over the place. I have a long way to go, and at my rate of loss, less than a pound a week average, it will take me the remainder of the year to get to goal, but it's okay because I know I will get there, and I'm happier with myself along the way than I've ever been. This is the gift that Weight Watchers has given me. I believe the non-scale victory over my mind is greater than a scale victory any week. Thank you for all your support, your humor, your podcast, and especially your service to our country. I usually catch up during my long commute into work, and it helps me to remember the important things I need in order to stay on track and in my good mindset. Shauna, that is absolutely an amazing email because you articulated in your email exactly what it's going to take to get to goal and maintain your goal. You have to have a healthy mindset. You said it. You said it so well as through here that, I'm going to read this again when the show's over because it makes perfect sense to me. 18 pounds down is a phenomenal job. Well done. It doesn't happen by accident. It's focus. It's discipline. It's constantly taking care of yourself and treating yourself the way you need to be treated so that you can free up all those negative energy and you can focus on you and you can get it done. Every single plan out there works for somebody. You got to find the one that works for your mind. You got to find the one that tricks your mind and changes your mindset so that you can stay on the plan forever. So, really, really enjoy your email. Thank you, Shauna, for writing in. Congrats again on the 18 pounds. It's phenomenal work. Phenomenal. Next up is Nicole. Nicole writes in and says, "Hi, peeps. I want to follow up from yesterday's email. I want to share a great weight loss at week 1 of lifetime after maintenance. And this is a Connect post that I wrote. And it's an important consideration. I would like opinions and advice from my wingman." She says, "Hi, peeps. It's a great weigh-in Wednesday. With 12 times the charm is the best leader ever. I lost a whopping 6.2 pounds after a massive gain of 3.2 pounds last week when I was sick. Bittersweet last week as it was my final week of maintenance, so I couldn't miss it. But as I'm already lifetime from 14 years ago, I still put myself through maintenance." Thoughts on that? Well, I'll give you that real quick. I believe once you hit lifetime, you will continue obviously working this for a lifetime. So lifetime and maintenance are essentially the same thing. So if you hit lifetime from 14 years ago and then you gain some weight and you get back to goal, putting yourself back through that maintenance plan, it really is just kind of just working to maintain a steady weight. So to me, it's all the same in that regard. So I'll continue on with your email. It says, "So I'm at goal and I was really bummed with the 3.2 pound gain on my lifetime member getting back to goal plan in my final maintenance week. It's registered on the app tracker and it makes my graph look awful. After losing 86.2 pounds total, to see such a huge gain and upward trend on my graph is miserable. In my whole journey, I never gained that much, but I did it in this final week of maintenance. Full disclosure here, I am my own worst enemy. I was so sick because I ate a bunch of a tub of sugar-free Pillsbury chocolate frosting, and who knew about the laxative/vomiting effect of sugar alcohol? Okay, maybe I was suffering from food poisoning, but it was a self-inflicted illness. I was in total sugar-free high, go figure. Though I thought I was going to pass out from dehydration, the point is, do I keep it on the tracker and the graph and face the music with the negative reinforcement, reminding me what a screw up I made and how easy it is to fall off the wagon, or do I erase it, not mess up on my pretty graph and go forward? By lifetime rules, I need to only count my weigh-in once a month, so it's legal by Weight Watchers standards. I'm in two minds. If it was genuinely illness, maybe I would take it off, or was it self-inflicted? Should I keep it as a reminder and a wonderful opportunity to learn on this journey? Let me know your thoughts. Nicole, you got a lot going on there, right? You are absolutely overthinking this plan. I'm a data guy as much as the next person. I like to see nice, pretty graphs, and a nice downward trend is sure, that's a dream. The reality is this plan doesn't have nice, pretty graphs like that. This is life. And life has its up and downs, and there are going to be peaks and valleys, and a 3.2 pound gain. The best way to negate that is to leave it in your app, leave it in the tracker, work lifetime significantly well for the next year, and let that app dissipate off. Every week you get past that, every month you get past that, that little tick mark moves further and further and further away from the current timeline. That's how you win this. Playing tricks with the game, it doesn't change anything, right? If you go in your app and you delete it so you have a nice pretty graph, it doesn't change anything. All it does is it just makes you feel better about looking at a pretty graph, which I understand. I really do. I get it. But what I want you to get in the mindset of is that you're in this for life, and so we don't need to look backwards. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know that last time I looked at my entire weight loss graph. It's only been 8 months since I've been there, but I don't focus there anymore. I focus on staying on the plan. I focus on doing well. I focus on how I feel. Because the graph doesn't tell you how you feel. The graph, you can't show anybody the graph and they go, "Oh my God, you must feel great." They can see you feel great by the way you act and the way you move. And you're going to get to a point, the longer you stay at your goal weight, you're going to get to a point where the before pictures don't matter. The before graph doesn't matter. What matters is what you're doing currently. And that's where I want you to get. So Nicole, stop overthinking it. Leave it in there. And work the plan. Work the plan forward from this point on, and you're going to be just fine. So thank you for your email as well. Lori writes in with some awesome news. Lori says, "Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing and your constant inspiration. I've been on this journey since January 9th of 2017. I'm down 40 pounds. Yay. I could not have been this successful without people like you. Motivated me to do my very best. Thank you." Lori, this is the beautiful thing about this community is one of the things we need to see is we need to see that what we're trying to do is possible. If we see that others have the success, then we believe we can have that success. And I believe every single person out there has the ability to reach goal. It can be done. And so the more people who like you, who send in your celebrations and we talk about them and we reach thousands of people as we talk about it, there's someone out here listening right now that says, "Wow, if she hit 40, I can hit 40. If there's someone right now at 38 pounds that goes, "Oh, I don't know if I can get to the 40. Yes, and boom, we just heard it. You can get to 40. So Lori, thank you for your email. It's phenomenal work, and you're doing a fantastic job. And you don't lose 40 pounds by accident. When's the last time you lost 40 pounds without trying? You had to stay disciplined and focused, and you had to get it done, and you're getting it done. So congratulations there. So, hey, what is it that you're celebrating? I want to hear it. Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on podcasts, send in your celebrations, send in your comments. I'll work them in as part of the show. I want you to email me your celebrations because I want you to be proud of what you're doing. I see on Connect all the times you guys tag me. I love it. I love seeing all the tags. But what I want you to do is I want you to shoot it in via email because that tells me one more thing. That tells me not only are you excited about what you've done and you've tagged me on Connect, but if you take the moment to stop and pause and shoot it to me via email so we can share it with the community, that tells me how proud of you are. And when you're proud of you, then we're proud of you with you. we really want to celebrate together. And so go ahead and send in your email. Obviously, as you know, I read them here. 2 to 3 paragraphs seems to work best. I print every email I get. I print them in order. I'm about probably 5 or 6 days out before I'm getting to the ones that come in now, but I'm reading them. And when I get to them, some of them are just too long to read. I kind of stumble over my own words, and I really want to really narrow down what we talk about so that we really can focus heavily on the focus of this thing and how we get this done, and that this can be done, and it takes focus and it takes discipline. And I want to hear your story of success. I want to hear how you struggle so we can work on it. And I want the community at large to know that we are here together. We're working this. So thanks for sharing the podcast. Thanks for listening in iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever you are. If you got a moment, go out and send out a review. I'd love to see that. But that's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus.